You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. You're every line, you're every word, you're everything. You're a carousel, you're always well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe that I'm your man, and I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. Whatever comes our way, I will see it through, and you know that's what our love can do. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. You're every line, you're every word, you're everything.
When I first met Slade, I was coming down from Sioux City and he was going to come down from Lincoln, and we were going to meet in Omaha, but Slade told me last minute that he had to do some laundry or something for his business trip that he was about to go on, so I had to drive all the way down to Lincoln. I was not impressed, but I got there and we met in the parking lot of his apartment building. He asked me if I wanted to come up, but I was not about to do that, so we just headed to El Potrero, the Mexican restaurant, and the conversation was just so easy and it flowed, so that's how I knew I wanted to see Slade again.
My first impressions of Morgan, when I first met her, I remember thinking to myself, am I going to be able to keep her attention? She had about 3 weeks left of being 21 years old. She had just graduated college, got a new job teaching down in Omaha and was moving to a new city. And there's just a lot going on. So I remember thinking about that, but we really just hit it off and found out quickly that we were meant for each other.
I'm definitely the funnier one. Slade thinks he's the funniest, but he's the first and only one to laugh at his jokes. You can ask any of my friends. I'm funnier.
The question is, who is funnier? And that is certainly me. Proof of that is, I rounded up all 6 bridesmaids and asked them who they thought was funnier, and all of them said me. So that's how I win that. Who can keep a secret longer? That's also me. I'll just give you an example. Every single birthday present Morgan gets for me, she cannot wait until my birthday. A lot of times it's a week before. I just can't wait. I want to give you your birthday present now. Seems like it goes like that for every gift she gets me, so that's proof right there.
I don't know if I can keep it a secret longer, but I can definitely keep it better. For example, my ring, Slade, one night he was like, this is where I was in the really bad hail, and I go, what hail? And he goes, coming home from work. I said, you don't work over here. And he said, I was looking at rings, okay?
My funniest moment with Morgan, long story short, a few years ago when I had my apartment in Omaha, Morgan and I were pan-searing some steaks and we almost burnt the apartment down. Long story short, it was billowing smoke out of the pan, and I ended up singeing my eyebrows, singeing the front of my hair, and I just set the pan down right on the linoleum floor and melted a circle ring. We were very close to calling the fire department.
Some of my best moments with Slade are when we got our pets, Mia and Mason. When we got Mia, Slade and I had been dating for about 3 months. I decided I wanted a cat that night. She obviously couldn't live with me because my roommate was allergic, so she had to go live with Slade. And then when we got Mason, I signed up for a 10-pound girl dog like Pomeranian named Evie, but of course we got a boy dog who's 70 pounds named Mason. But I love them both and I wouldn't change it.
My engagement story with Morgan, kind of a long story. On her birthday, I surprised her with flights to Chicago. And maybe at that time she was a little suspicious of it, because 3 weeks later when we were flying out to Chicago, she probably knew the timing was coming. But we flew out there and I wasted no time. Right when we landed in Chicago, we took an Uber to the helicopter tourism business. And she thought we were just going to Uber it back to the hotel. And, she saw the helicopters when we got there. She knew what was going on. But I don't know if she for sure knew that I was going to propose to her that night. I think she was just more worried about getting on a helicopter and going up in the sky. So that was kind of clouding her mind. But, we started to board that helicopter and I grabbed her hand and from behind and literally right before she got on the helicopter and kind of spun her around and told her how I felt about her and got down on one knee and asked her to marry me. And she was just so incredibly happy. We really knocked it out of the park. Well, I did. I knocked it out of the park. It was a perfect engagement. And she told me that multiple times, right after, and she was just so happy of how I did that for her. And she loved her ring and everything. And then the nerves kicked in when we went up in the sky on the helicopter. I think she was a little nervous.
The thing I love most about Slade is how thoughtful he is to the people that he cares about, and he just knows me so well that sometimes he just knows what I need before I even know that I need it, and I'm just so grateful that I have the support and love from him.
What I love best about Morgan, she's beautiful on the inside and on the outside. She really values family, and that's very important to me. She's intelligent, she's hardworking. Some of it, it's just hard to explain. She just really makes me feel at home. When I'm not with her, I don't feel like I'm at home. And that's a great feeling. And that's when you know you're in love. She just makes me a better person, and I just love her so much.
Slade, today I want to tell you that I love you. I'm so excited to continue our adventure together and to go through our life first with you. And I'm just so grateful that I get to spend the rest of my life with my best friend.
To Morgan on our wedding day, I'd like to say, by the time you're watching this video, we will have begun our new chapter in life. At this time, I probably called you my wife a dozen times just because it feels so good to say. But this is our day, and it's going to be a great time. I know it is. God put you and I on this earth to be together, and I'm just so glad we found each other. And as you would say, let the good times roll. I love you.